Operation Mobile may go down in history as one of Canada's shortest and most successful military missions ever. And today, some members of 407 Squadron in Comox returned home from an 8-month NATO-led mission against Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. Dean Stoltz reports.
It wasn't hard to pick out members of 407 Squadron at the Comox airport. All you had to do was find the smiles as 20 airmen returned from a 2-month deployment in Libya.
It's always good to be home. We spend a lot of time on the road, so every time you come home you appreciate it probably a little bit more than you did the time before that. So it's excellent to be home, quite happy.
Yeah, it's great. No better place in the world than Comox, BC for sure, Canada, period. Yeah, it was good to see Europe and just to see how other people live, and it just gives you an appreciation for our standard of living, for sure.
20 members returned home with this group, and even more will come back to Comox on the weekend as Canada's full contingent of 630 CF members leave Libya and operating bases in the Mediterranean. Canada's part in the NATO-led mission was called Operation Mobile, an effort to impose the arms embargo on Libya and enforce a no-fly zone. 7 CF-18s were used, as well as 2 CP-140 Auroras, including one from Comox used to collect intelligence and do surveillance over Libya, an important piece of the puzzle that ultimately brought down Muammar Gaddafi.
Well, I can tell you firsthand, I was over to Libya to see them in operation. They were flying missions off the coast of Libya to start with their highly sophisticated camera, reporting activity on the ground Libya back to the command center, so that could be relayed and the picture could be built for the NATO aircraft that would then conduct operations and do the bombing missions.
And the military is happy to say that everyone is coming home, but it's not to say this operation was without its risks.
You know, it's there was a real threat in the environment, so certainly adjusting to that. You're operating in not an entirely safe environment all the time, although it is a job that we train for and practice for. Whenever you're doing it for real, there's always an elevated element of risk.
For now, they're just happy to be home as they await their next deployment.